Hey everyone, this is Adam Bricks.
Hi, I'm Braden from Bradante's Game Room.
This series will be a team effort dedicated to going over and discovering what makes certain LEGO lines great. In this series, we will go through the lore, all the sets in the line, commercials, merchandise, minifigures, and more. Remember to leave a like if you like the video, as it really helps this series and our channels. And without further ado, let's see what Pharaoh's Quest has to offer. We begin with the lore, and the lore behind Pharaoh's Quest is very cut and dry. It is simply an adventurer, a nod back to adventurers and Johnny Thunder, who is now named Jake Rain, who is bringing an expedition of explorers into Egypt to collect 6 different golden treasures. And there is multiple enemies guarding it, such as Amsat Ra, which is the leader of the pharaohs, and many other different creatures such as snakes and other different entities that live in the desert. Now, Jake needs to collect all 6 of the treasures, and to do this, they have to go from location to location, and this is displayed through each different set. They go from pyramids to different areas, and they're essentially trying to collect 6 different treasures. The 6 different treasures are the golden crown or the Nemes, the golden staff, the golden scarab, the golden sword, the soul diamond, and the golden crystal. Each of these can be found in all the different sets throughout the theme, and you can collect all of them by collecting every set in the theme. Now, there is 6 mainline sets that originally came out, and then there were some other polybag promotions, but the 6 main sets would contain these 6 different treasures. That's pretty much it for the lore behind it, so let's jump right into the commercials, the Quirky products, and other things that were included in this line. I'm going to hand the mic over to Braden for the next segment.
From LEGO Pharaoh's Quest. In a desert land, evil mummies chase you. You can build your adventure, evade the guardians, and enter the pyramid. Watch out! Reveal the hidden mummy tomb and get his golden crown before he comes to power. Escape with a treasure with the new playsets from LEGO Pharaoh's Quest. Each set sold separately.
Okay guys, so that was the trailer for Pharaoh's Quest that we just watched there. Nothing standout, but not a bad trailer at all. It's the only one we could find, so if you're aware of another trailer, let us know in the comments. When it comes to Quirky products, Pharaoh's Quest was no stranger, so we have a few things here. You have your typical keychains. Those were pretty common. There's a few variations. There's the Amsat Ra keychain, Jack Rain's keychain, and the Anubis Guard keychain. And there was also a magnet set, so that had all the minifigures that I just mentioned on a magnet. These were also pretty common for LEGO back in the day. The next quirky little thing we have here is the Beware the Wrath of Sobek Ra. So this thing was a printout, and what you would do is take the paper and create this little creature. I think it's a reanimated crocodile. In order to get this thing, you would have to enter a code on the Pharaoh's Quest website, which was the name of the main protagonist of the series, Jake. They also set up a website that was the Journal of Professor Archibald Hale, who was part of the series. You would have to enter a code to access it, and basically it had a bunch of diary entries that gave background on the lore for the series. The next item worth mentioning is the LEGO Pharaoh's Quest coin bank. So this was a cool little build with a big cobra on it. Basically just a coin bank with a lock on it. We'll picture it up on the screen here. Definitely a cool little item. It's stuff like this that LEGO really doesn't have to do, but I feel like it just adds so much to the themes that they do add quirky little items like this too. Did you know that Pharaoh's Quest had a video game released? They did. It was called Curse of the Pharaoh. This one was released December of 2010. The game had you going through 6 levels. Each level had a boss that was based on the sets. Once you beat the boss, you got one of the treasures, and once you beat all 6 and got all 6 treasures, then the game was over. So just a small game, but cool nonetheless. The last thing we were able to find was this poster. LEGO always does an awesome job with their posters. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Adam Bricks to take a look at the sets.
Alright guys, so now we're going to look at the main sets from the theme. The first set we're going to look at here is set number 7305, Scarab Attack. This set was released back in 2011 with the original American Toy Fair convention that happened, and this set comes with 40 pieces. It originally retailed for $6.99. Little bit on the expensive side for the for the piece to price ratio. Now you do get the Jake minifigure in here, which comes in all the other sets. You get a really nice scarab build here, this little bug. I'll definitely put up a picture here of the set for you guys. This was the first of the 6 different golden treasures you could acquire. This one will be the little golden diamond that you could get. So you've got a little campfire scene here. You've got Jake with his pickaxe. You've got a gun in the corner here. And then again, we've got the scarab build, which is actually really nice. Now, originally when I looked at this, I thought it was a printed piece. It's actually a stickered piece. So I wish LEGO would bring back the printed pieces. I think they're a lot better. But nonetheless, these 2 pieces on top of the scarab were little sticker pieces. They do look pretty good. And I do like the navy coloring on top and the sort of golden eyes on the side with the little horn on top. It's a really nice build, especially for 2011, and it's a pretty good set. Again, it retailed for $6.99, a little bit on the expensive side, and with inflation, that would probably be around $10 today, so maybe not the best price for piece ratio, but nonetheless, a pretty good set and a really good start to the theme. The next set we're going to look at is set number 7306, Golden Staff Guardians, originally released in 2011 in the original wave. This set came with 57 pieces, 3 minifigures. The 3 minifigures that were included in the set were Mac McCloud and also 2 Mummy Warriors. These were also featured in another set, but we'll get to that soon. The actual build for this set is pretty solid. It looks like some sort of shrine that contains the staff that you're supposed to collect. Now, this is the second piece of the 6 original golden treasures that you could collect. We also have a little motorbike here. It's not brick built. It is one large mold, but nevertheless a pretty nice piece. I think they use this one at Indiana Jones as well. Pretty nice piece. The build itself, again, nothing special. It gets the point across. I do like the little scarab pieces that the mummies are holding. So overall, it's a pretty good set. Again, a little bit more on the expensive side, especially for 2011. $12.99 for 57 pieces is not great, especially when adjusted for inflation. Nevertheless, a pretty solid set and a nice one to add to your collection. Next, we have the first of the medium-sized sets from this theme, and the first one is Flying Mummy Attack 7307. Released in 2011, 110 parts, 3 minifigures, and it would have retailed for $24.99 originally. So this set comes with 3 minifigures. We get Jake Rains in his aviator jacket and aviator cap. I do really like this one. There's no leg printing, which is okay. It's a little bit of a bare minifigure, but it gets the point across. Now, this minifigure also came in the Desert Glider polybag as well, with the promotional polybags that were released. So he's nothing special, nothing exclusive to this set. However, the plain build here is really nice. I like the red coloring. And the tower is pretty nice too. You get these nice little, I'm not sure if these are printed pieces or stickers, but nevertheless, they look really good. It looks like there's some hieroglyphics on there, so it looks really solid. The other 2 minifigures you get are 2 flying mummies. They are not exclusive to the set either. However, these are really beautiful minifigures. These long wings out the sides really add for the detail. And the leg printing as well looks really good. I think that helmet's also amazing. So the minifigure selection for this set was really great. This is a pretty solid set. Again, we're starting off the medium-sized sets here with this one. And yeah, pretty good start here. Cursed Cobra statue might be the most unique of the sets in this line, as it has a very special plastic piece on top to really sell the idea of this being an actual cobra. Although it is a statue, this is one of the main enemies that they had to fight in the video games, as mentioned earlier. He is holding the golden scarab, and this is another piece to add to the golden treasure collection that you'd be collecting at this point if you had all the sets. The actual build is really solid. We get 3 minifigures, being Jake Rains. We get Helena Tova Skvaling. My apologies if I mispronounced that. And we also get another Mummy Warrior. This one's pretty solid. We can actually see both of these guys' eyes, and it looks pretty good. 201 pieces. This set originally retailed for $39.99 back in the day. Really solid set. Good value, I think, for this one. We also get a nice little car over here. I do think the tires look a little awkward on this one. They're almost bigger than the actual car. So, but besides that, can't really complain. Really solid set. Fits the theme well. Another really solid medium-sized set, and yeah, it's a good one. This might be my favorite set of the theme, the 7326 Rise of the Sphinx. I absolutely love this. I love the idea of sphinxes. I think it's really cool. I love ancient Egyptian history. And this one looks fantastic. 7326 looks great. The minifigure count isn't anything special again. You get Jake Raines again in the aviator jacket. No helmet this time. And then you also get 2 more Mummy Warriors, as I mentioned before. We'd be talking about those guys again. This set does contain another piece. We get the golden sword in this one. So this piece is in between 2 scorpions that are also golden, 2 really nice pieces. You get another car in there, and the actual build for the Sphinx looks absolutely beautiful. The coloring in here with the dark blue and maroon coloring, it looks great. We get the golden pieces in there as well, a bit of foliage on the sides. It's a really solid set. It looks really good. You got 515 pieces. It's a solid set, and again, price for piece ratio, it's pretty good. Especially for 2011. This is really good value, and you'll see later on which ones we pick for price for value ratio, but I would say this is probably, you know, right off the bat, the one that I would pick, and this is probably my favorite set of the theme. We finally reached the pinnacle. Scorpion Pyramid is the largest set of the theme by far, with 766 pieces. This set originally retailed for $129.99 here in Canada, and this set is absolutely beautiful. You get 7 minifigures, and a few of them are exclusive, so we're going to go through these guys. We have Amsat Ra, which is absolutely beautiful. The torso printing looks absolutely fantastic, really detailed, especially for 2011. It looks fantastic. You get 2 Anubis guards, which also look absolutely fantastic. Probably the best minifigure of the line, in my opinion. These guys look really good. We also get another flying mummy, another great minifigure. Of course, we get Jake Raines. We get Mac McCloud. And finally, we get Professor Archibald Hale. So really good minifigure selection here. The actual build itself is fantastic. There's a lot of great features in this set. It's essentially a giant pyramid. There's lots of traps filled through it here. You also have a little catacomb on the far right side at the end. You get a nice little car here. You get a very nice scorpion build, a very large scorpion here, and the aesthetic of this set's just absolutely fantastic. I really love it. I love the navy blue that they use in this, and the little snake pit they have out front. There's also a little scorpion pit is what it looks like. And from what it looks like, this may be a raised base plate. I'm not actually sure. I'd have to look into that, but it's absolutely beautiful. The printed pieces on this look great. The staircase leading up to the actual pyramid looks fantastic. Definitely the best set of the series. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. A very good set and a very good way to end the theme. The last 2 sets to cover here are 2 promotional polybags originally released in 2011. The first of the 2 would be Desert Glider polybag, and this of course includes Jake Raines in his aviator jacket attire. It's an okay little build, nothing special. It's a solid little plane, nothing to write home about, but it was a promotional polybag and it's 24 pieces, so you get what you see essentially. Pretty good set. I don't have the MSRP on this one, but it's really good for what it is. The second set would be the Desert Rover polybag. Again, Jake Raines in here. Pretty solid. I like that piece out front for the grill. It looks really good. It's just a tiny little car again. Just 27 pieces released in 2011. Nothing special, but overall, really solid set. And these 2 promotional polybags definitely sold the aesthetic of the theme. So it's pretty good overall, and it definitely was a good way to start out the theme and promote it. Now I'm going to hand it back to Braden to discuss the minifigures from the line.
So there's only a total of 12 different minifigures across the Pharaoh's Quest theme. That being said, some of them appear multiple times in multiple sets. To no surprise, Jake Raine is the most common figure. He has many variations in this line, but the most common and least valuable one is what we're showing on screen right now. So on Bricklink, the last 6 months sales charts, he's going for about $2.06. It's not a bad figure or anything, but he's in 4 of the 9 sets, so that just makes him super common. As for the most rare, if you haven't guessed by now, it's the Anubis Guard. So this only appears in 1 set, 7327, the Scorpion Pyramid. While it's the only set the Anubis Guard appears in, there's 2 copies of him in this set. This figure has a very unique head mold that looks awesome. Overall, very solid figure with a great color scheme. The black and the blue and gold really make it pop. If you're looking to pick up 1 or 2 of these guys to complete your Scorpion Pyramid set, they're going on average for $44.75 on Bricklink. A great figure that makes the Scorpion Pyramid that much cooler. And now that we're done with the minifigures, it's time to take a look at our favorite and least favorite sets from the Pharaoh Quest line. So it may be an obvious pick, and we may have already talked about it more than a few times in this video, but my favorite set is 7327 Scorpion Pyramid. It's the biggest set in the line with 766 parts and comes with 7 great figures. My favorite of the 7 is the Anubis Guard, which we already determined was the most rare and valuable. Funny how that happens. As far as the actual build, this set looks great. You get a pyramid full of detail, a large scorpion, and a card build too. This set makes great use of its base plate and slope pieces. Overall, a great set to be the centerpiece of the theme. As for my least favorite, this is going to be no surprise, guys. It is the Desert Rover Polybag. This set comes with a small card build and a Jake Raines minifigure. Yes, the most common Jake Raines minifigure in the line. It's not bad for a polybag, but most all of the vehicles in all of the other sets are better than this one, so there's not a lot of value here. And now I'm going to hand it over to Adam. He's going to talk about his favorite and least favorite set, and then conclude this video for us today.
Alright guys, so as I mentioned earlier, the Rise of the Sphinx 7326 is probably my favorite set of the line. It's not the biggest set, it's not the most flashy set either, but I like the color scheme on the Sphinx on his head especially. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the maroon and the navy blue look really good on this set. The minifigures aren't anything special in this one either, but there's just something about the set I really like. I don't know, that car build's really nice too. It's a nice classic. It's kind of like a 40s or a 30s car. I really like that. And I just really like the Sphinx build. As I mentioned earlier, I really like ancient Egypt and all that kind of stuff. So this really hits the spot for me. I really like this set. It's a very menacing looking set. The head's actually kind of scary. And the printed pieces are really nice. Again, I don't know if those are stickers or not, but regardless, I think they look really good, and the little area where the scorpions are holding the golden sword looks really good as well. Yeah, it's a really good set. Probably my favorite of the line. I think it's one of the best of the line, besides the pyramid, obviously. But yeah, my least favorite set of the line, however, would definitely have to be the Desert Glider Polybag. This thing looks like crap. Like, it really doesn't look good, especially for 2011. I remember back when they released Adventures with the, I don't know if it was the Jungle line. I think it was just the, no, it was probably just the Egyptian line. And they had a set similar to this where it was a really small little plane, and it literally looked better than this. And that was probably, what, back in the early 2000s or late 90s. So that tells you everything you need to know. The window piece is kind of sloppy. It's just not my thing. I don't really like it. I can't really complain though, because it is a polybag and it does only have 24 pieces, but yeah, just doesn't really hit the spot for me. I could probably live without this set being in this theme, so probably the weakest in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So that wraps up our first retrospective, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This one took us a little while to make and to research, so if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely make sure to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite sets of this theme were. I think we definitely would both like to come back and do another retrospective on another theme. So if you guys enjoyed this one, definitely like it and let us know in the comments down below what you guys want to see next. We already have a list, but if you guys have something specific that you want to see, definitely let us know. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.